But I am really pleased to be here to announce a change in the PSSA, the Pennsylvania System for School Assessment. The requirements that our teachers and students and parents have been requesting for a long time. This is long overdue. But for the past 3 years, not quite 3 years, almost 3 years, as a governor, I've been touring schools all around Pennsylvania, and I have heard from teachers, I've heard from students, I've heard from parents, and my question was always, how can we be, the state, be a better partner in education, making sure that our schools do a better job for their children, for our kids. And one of the things I heard most often was the need to reduce the amount of time that our teachers and students spend getting ready for and taking the PSSA tests every year. The problem was how much classroom time was being taken to teach to those tests. So I listened, and all of us listened in the Commonwealth. And after working for nearly a year with Pedro and members of the Department of Education, with educators, with parents, and with stakeholders, I'm proud to announce that beginning next spring, Pennsylvania will reduce the testing time for the PSSA by 20%. About that. And the point is, we're reducing the testing time by 20%, but we're not reducing, we're preserving, in fact, the effectiveness for measuring student progress. We understand the accountability issue. We understand the need for understanding how we're doing and educating our children. We just don't want to spend as much time as we've been spending and forcing our teachers and students to spend as much time as they were spending. So here's what's going to happen. Students in 3rd to 8th grade will spend an average of 20% less time on testing. The students below those grades will spend an average of 25% less time on testing. And all this change will result in a reduction of 2 full testing days for some schools. This change will allow students and teachers to focus their classroom time on learning the skills they need to get a complete education rather than preparing for one exam. So again, for years I've been hearing, all of us have been hearing about the need to reduce time spent on preparing for the PSSAs and the need to refocus our students and teacher attention back to studies. This change will help satisfy those concerns. And while we have to administer these tests under federal law, we will continue to work with all of our partners to reduce the time spent on testing while keeping the exam's value as a real measure of student progress. All of us want that. The students want that. The teachers want that, to know how they're doing. And this step is another piece in my administration's commitment to ensure that our children receive the thorough and efficient education that our Constitution guarantees to every child in Pennsylvania. Because if we want to create success and economic prosperity for future generations, the best investment all of us can make in our future is in our kids. Because with their success comes Pennsylvania's success. Since I became governor, I've been made sure that state government is focusing on actively investing in our children. We've done this by listening to those who are actually in the classroom. We've listened to teachers. We've listened to parents. Again, we've listened to the students. And we've taken steps to make the system better. Today's achievement is another step toward helping our teachers, toward helping our families and kids focus on learning. All of us are going to continue to work with our partners to ensure that we're doing all we can to help our kids succeed.
Morning, good morning. So, I'm very proud to share with you that our plan is to continue to shift to a more holistic system of education, evaluation, and support. The governor has really, over the course of the past 2.5 years, the governor has shared his vision for education in the Commonwealth. He has been very explicit, not only in words, but in action. What many of you may not know is the governor actually has taken the time to have a copy of our assessments and our assessment plan in front of him as we engage in conversation. Because for him, it was not only about a policy move moving forward, it was really a quality of life issue. So I'm proud to share that under his direction, the team at PDE worked with thousands of stakeholders over the course of the past year and developed our ESSA plan. Our ESSA plan is not just a plan to meet our federal obligations, but it really is a plan to move forward to ensure that feedback from educators, feedback from students, feedback from community members, business, industry leaders, feedback from families were taken, and we created a plan to best meet stakeholder needs. We posted our plan just to show and explain the culmination of an extreme amount of feedback and just the culmination of engaged stakeholders. So as the governor announced today, we were able to show a reduction of 20% on our state standardized test from grades 3 through 8, while still maintaining rigor, relevance, and a pathway to success for all Pennsylvania students. We also know that not only will our students spend less time testing, but teachers will be spending more time teaching. By ensuring we're chipping away at this test-taking culture, and we're chipping away at the barriers many educators face in our classrooms every day. So our plan is to continue to shift to a more holistic system of evaluation and support, a system that focuses on the needs of students and the needs of communities they live in and those who serve them. I'm proud that under Governor Wolf's leadership and vision for high-quality, holistic education in PA, we were able to make those improvements while engaging the many stakeholders we serve and focusing on a more rigorous and holistic plan forward. We also have some stakeholders who are engaged and members of our team that are going to share with you today. And it's my pleasure to take a moment and invite Dr. Mark DeRocco, President of the Pennsylvania Association of School Administrators, to share his perspective on the future of the PSSA and how we're moving towards ensuring all of our kids have rich, rigorous academic opportunities.